Hey pals, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So I was not initially planning on filming an update to my semester-long no-buy, which I talked about in my makeup inventory video, but I have made some purchases, so I thought maybe I would just sit down and reflect on how things went. So I guess to backtrack and explain, generally throughout the semester I put myself on a replacement only no-buy, so I'm allowed to replace things that I run out of, like mascara, but I generally try not to repurchase new things, and then if I want to pick up new items, it's generally something that I will allow myself to do during the summer when I'm making my own money and not existing on student loans. So yeah, that's like a standard thing that I've been doing for pretty much as long as I've been in undergrad, at least since I went back to school. I definitely wasn't as much of a makeup enthusiast as I am now, well, the first time I did university. So that's just generally how my standard semester-long no-buy goes, or low-buy I guess. So I thought that I would just sit down and talk about the purchases that I've made, and Editing Katie will have, I think, totals and numbers and stuff up on the screen, and we'll talk about it because there were a few things that maybe broke the rules, but I don't necessarily have regrets. So let's talk. I have my notes here in this very patriotic notebook that is my YouTube notebook. So let's just talk about it, I guess. So my first purchase was in mid-February, and that was an order from the Anastasia website. And was this the thing that I was replacing? No, but I did pick up the ABH Carly Bible palette, and that was technically starting off super great, breaking your low buy. I don't regret that purchase. I did pick it up on sale. It is a color story that I've been after for a while. I think it's a gorgeous palette, and I have wanted it for quite some time. They're definitely colors that I would use a whole lot, and it filled a sort of gap, some colors that I didn't have in my collection, specifically the cool tones, the sort of mauvey cool tones on the top row. I did get it on sale. I've noticed that it has been on sale on the Anastasia website for a while. Sephora Canada stopped carrying it a while ago, which is not surprising because Sephora Canada will randomly stop carrying things, apparently. So I happened to be on the ABH website while I was doing research for, I think about, for one of my videos. And so I noticed that the ABH Carly Bible palette was on sale, and so I had a little bit of extra wiggle room in my budget because of grants and surprise bursaries and stuff, so I did decide to pick it up. And I also picked up a pencil sharpener, or I guess like an eyeliner, lip liner sharpener, because I didn't currently have one. So that got me to $50 for free shipping, and I think I paid like $57.50 or something for that order with taxes included. And I've used the Carly Bible palette so much. I'm really enjoying having it, and I do not regret that purchase, even though it was technically a break of the low buy. So that was my first one. And then my second one was a drugstore run to pick up a bunch of replacements. So I did replace, sorry, I've got my notes. So I did pick up a replacement mascara because mine was running very low. I also picked up a setting spray because I've been out for a while and I wanted to have an option for wearing some of my darker shades as an eyeliner, and mixing medium and stuff is just like, I don't know, not a thing here. So I did pick up a setting spray. I also know that for the foundation that I'm going to be rolling into my project pan hopefully next month, that definitely needs a setting spray or else it looks very dry. So I figured I've been out for a while, let's just pick it up. I also did pick up another concealer because if you've been around for a while, you'll know in my early videos I did a questionable job shade matching myself, so I needed to pick up something a little bit darker to mix with the concealer that I bought that was way too light. So I did pick up the L'Oreal True Blend concealer, and I've actually been really liking that so far. I think the drugstore concealers have stepped it up a little bit since the last time I picked up drugstore concealer. So, and then what else did I pick up? So yeah, setting spray, mascara, concealer, and I also did pick up a lipstick. I picked up an Essence lipstick because I was down to basically no neutrals, unless we count this that I'm wearing today as a neutral. That was my only like non-bold color, so I did want to have like a neutral option that worked with some of my grungier colors because I would not wear this with with everything. So yeah, I picked up that. So that was basically a replacement run. Then I did pick up a couple weeks ago, I picked up a deep conditioner, which I have been trying to cull through or work through my hair products. But having said that, and this applies to something else that I will talk about in a second, is that I am trying to grow out my hair. I did have like belly button length hair a couple of years ago, and then I ended up having to chop it off. And so I'm trying to grow it out, and my hair is very fine and quite prone to breakage and split ends just because it is very fine. So I am considering things like deep conditioner and the protein thing that I bought yesterday actually as sort of proactively caring for my hair so that I can grow it out faster. They're not technically like styling products. I am trying to work through my styling products. If you've seen either my regular project pan or like my unofficial project pan, you'll know I have a bunch of other things that I'm trying to work through, but before I allow myself to purchase new styling products, but for me, deep conditioner was like a different thing. So I picked up the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle, and that was like $3.50. So not a huge stress on the budget. So, and I have really liked it so far. It makes my hair very, very soft, and I do notice that my curl, I guess, definition, this is like third day hair, so the curl definition is a little gone, but I do notice that it does look a lot better after I deep condition, so I'm trying to make that like a weekly thing. Anyway, so that was my third one. And then I did a Nail Polish Canada order, so I wanted to replace my solar oil. That stuff is gold in a bottle. I don't know what's in it, but it's magical. I am trying not to pick my cuticles, but sometimes I do, and I just find that solar oil is fantastic for keeping my cuticles. I feel like they don't grow out onto my nail beds as much when I use that, and also if I do slip up and pick at anything, the vitamin E in the solar oil helps things to heal up super fast, so that is like a staple product for me, and mine is almost out. So I did pick up a replacement. You can buy CND products from Shoppers Drug Mart, but my local one doesn't carry it, and I would have to order it online, and also it is cheaper to get it from Nail Polish Canada. So that's what I did. If you're in Canada and you need to find things that you might not be able to find at Shoppers or Lawtons, would highly recommend dealing with them. They're fantastic. So I did pick up replacement solar oil. I picked up nail polish thinner, which is something that I have been trying to find around here for quite some time, and I've come to the conclusion that none of my local drugstores actually carry it, so I have been trying to find it, and I did end up just buying it online. Got the OPI nail lacquer thinner, and so far so good. I bought like the 2-ounce bottle, so I think I'm good to go for a while, although I do have a lot of nail polishes to thin out, so we'll see. But I am happy to pick that up, but I'm just happy to have that. And then I also did pick up, so that I could hit the free shipping mark, I did pick up a nail polish. I did pick up Ryan by Zoya, which is like a dark blue. I am trying to transition as much of my nail polish collection to being like cruelty free as possible. It's kind of difficult for top coats and base coats, but yeah, so I did pick up a new polish, although I don't know when you'll see this in relation to my Project Polish update because I just filmed that, but I did finish up one, so I feel like it kind of evened out, and it's a color that I've wanted for a while. I really missed having like just a regular navy blue in my collection, so that filled the void. Technically a little bit of a bending the rules, but no regrets there. It's something I know that I will use all the time. So yeah, so that was my Nail Polish Canada order. I think that came out to like $43 with taxes and stuff included, and shipping is always very fast. Everything arrived fine. So that was my third one. Then my other purchase was a glitter glue. This was technically not a replacement, but it was something that I've been wanting to bring into my collection for a while, and it's just been very, very hard to find here. So I did manage to hunt down a glitter glue, and that has been a complete game changer. So despite the fact that that was technically also bending the rules a little bit, I think it's something that I am super glad to have, and it has made a big difference with a lot of shadows. So I'm very glad to have it. I've been using it a lot. So yeah, and that was like $6.99 or $7.99. It was not expensive. So, and it comes with 10 mils, so I'll be using that for a while. And then my last purchase was actually yesterday. I had to do a run to the drugstore to pick up some stuff that I was out of, and so while I was there I picked up a replacement nail polish remover. Actually I picked up straight acetone, but regardless it's gonna take my nail polish off. I also picked up a protein leave-in conditioner. I thought I was buying like a rinse out protein treatment, but apparently it's a leave-in conditioner. It is the L'Oreal 5 Recharge like protein stuff. I have been wanting to gauge how my hair responds to protein for a while, because I know that as somebody with low porosity hair, sometimes your hair can be protein sensitive, and I have never played around with protein products before, so I wanted to figure out how my hair handles protein before I go out and buy something like the Briogeo Curl Enhancing Cream, which has like I think rice and quinoa proteins in it. So I figured this would be a starter. I thought I was buying a rinse out protein treatment, but then I got it home and looked at it and realized that it's actually a leave-in conditioner. So I'm glad that I made it this far into my undergrad and I still can't read. But anyway, so I have it, and I think realistically with how bad the hot water in my place is, I think the fact that I can just leave it in is probably not a bad thing. Rinse out products are, I'm not a fan because my hot water is so questionable. If you're ever like looking at a place and it has one of those like mini hot water heaters, like the 3-gallon ones, run screaming the other direction. They suck. I really should bother my landlord to replace mine, but I've already been fighting with him about not allowing people to smoke inside. So I figure like you gotta pick your battles, and if I don't have to worry about being exposed to secondhand smoke all the time, I will deal with cold showers for a little bit longer before I broach that. Plus, in the middle of the pandemic, I'm not sure I want randos in my apartment. So I think that was everything that I bought, which was 6 purchases. Most of them were replacements. There were a few bending of the rules, but again, they were all things that I kind of needed or really strongly wanted, so I don't necessarily have any regrets about things. Yeah, I think that for the most part, we're sort of going to be extending the replacement only for a while because I am in classes for the next like 2 months, and then I think I'm going to be working in my supervisor's lab for the summer, but it's also not like a full-time position. He's mainly like, you can come in and be useful. I can't throw like full-time money at you, but I can throw some money at you, and it's experience. So we're sort of going with that. So I think that I will sort of be scaling down my makeup purchases over the next little while. I feel like I have most of my bases covered and pretty much everything I need. And right now my focus is on really curating my collection and getting older products out and working my way through things that I'm not using anymore or that are old. So to wrap this one up, did this go entirely according to plan? No. There definitely were a few things, a few row breaks. However, I think I don't regret anything that I purchased. Everything that I bought that wasn't strictly part of a replacement was intentional and I'd thought about before I did pick it up, things that I'd wanted for a while. And because I am going, and then because for over the summer I do intend on, well, first of all, I'm in classes, basically full-time summer classes for the next 2 months anyway. I know that my summer job availability is like 6 weeks for the entire summer because of summer classes. So I think that I'm going to sort of continue on this track of replacement only for the foreseeable future. I might pick myself up a birthday present at some point. I'm not entirely sure. I'm considering possibly picking up the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette as a birthday / you made the dean's list for the 2nd year in a row present, but we'll see. I haven't fully decided. I might decide to just hold off on that for the foreseeable future, but we'll see. I'm planning on sort of continuing in this vein of replacement only for the foreseeable future. I feel like my bases are covered, and I feel like most of the things that I picked up, even things that were technically like a little bit of outside replacement only, were things that are good additions to my collection, so I don't really have any regrets there. Editing me will have like a grand total of the amount with taxes included that I spent over the semester, but like I said, I plan on just continuing replacement only for the foreseeable future. So my face is definitely like throwing off the white balance, but I thought that I would just check in because because I'm editing right now, this is editing me, so when I filmed the video, I was in kind of a rush to get out the door. My dad was coming to grab me because it was his birthday, and so I was planning on skipping town for a few weeks, and I was trying to pre-film and get some content ready to go so that I didn't have to worry about trying to figure out how to film when I'm down here. So I didn't go through and sum up all my numbers and do like a grand total when I was filming. And so now that I've done that, I just wanted to give some thoughts and opinions because I definitely ended up spending a little more money than I expected to. I don't regret any of my purchases. Everything was intentional, thought out, added something to my collection, or it was a replacement for something. So I feel pretty good about that, but it definitely was more money than I expected to spend. So I think going forward, what I'm going to do is really try to keep a running total in one of my spreadsheets on how much I've spent over the semester so that I'm not sort of surprised and so that I can budget accordingly, because definitely that ended up being about 20 to 30 bucks more than I expected, which is not insignificant, especially on a student budget. So having said that, I feel like my bases are good and covered. I'm good to go. And realistically, with my 6-week work availability because of summer classes, spending money on makeup is not going to be a big priority. I do know that I'm going to have to pick up some more skincare from Sephora probably over the next couple of months. I want to finish up a few more things before I do that, but that is a plan, and so I might end up picking up like a cream blush or something like that. But I think I am going to hold off on the Natasha Denona bronze like indefinitely, and then my next Sephora haul will be like a belated birthday present. Yeah, I mean, I have mixed feelings. Like, I think overall this went well, and I think that I'm not going to need to pick up anything except for like maybe replacing my mascara for the foreseeable future. But I think that I'm going to keep on checking in because this keeps me accountable, and it's nice to just kind of, I guess, reflect on how things went. So having said that, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will put you back to put together me to conclude the video. So I think that is going to wrap it up for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to let me know how your budgeting, no buy, low buy, whatever is going for the year. If you enjoy my content, I make beauty related videos, conscious consumerism, I guess, and project painting videos, and the occasional science-based video I try to upload every Tuesday and sometimes on Saturdays, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Bye!